Causes of misfires on internal combustion engines. You wake up one fine morning and out of nowhere, a yellow light appears on the cluster of your car and a jerk in the engine while accelerating. What's happening to your car? You definitely know when your engine starts to misfire because it'll feel like it's stumbling before it regains its pace. Stepping on the gas pedal takes some time to pick, and more often than not, you leave a cloud of smoke behind. So much for so little. You may also notice heavy vibrations coming from the engine when idle or accelerating, which is typically part of a general poor engine performance. Misfires are a common problem on internal combustion engines. This problem affects acceleration, and your vehicle may not rev over 3,500 RPMs, a sad state when you're on the highway. But what is a misfire and what causes it? Look at it as combustion failure within the modern gas engine. A misfire may sound like a pop of popcorn or a sneeze, and with this problem, your vehicle will require more fuel than usual, and its performance on the road will deteriorate. The misfires could range from a simple bad spark plug to engine compression failure. Your first stop when trying to find the cause of the misfire should be to inspect these top. 1. Spark plugs. Inspect spark plug failure. You see, the role of the spark plugs is to create a spark at the correct moment for it to create an explosion inside the combustion chamber. It makes sense that they're eventually going to wear out, and they'll need replacement. One bad spark plug is enough trouble for the engine to feel like it's running out of steam. There'll be a general lack of acceleration, and the engine power will be low. If you can't recall the last time you replaced the spark plugs, then there's definitely a chance they may be at fault. Spark plugs will usually affect only one cylinder at a time. 2. Fuel distribution. But if it's not sparky, then it could be low fuel pressure. A misfire could be from a clogged or broken fuel pressure regulator, failure at the fuel pump, or high-pressure fuel pump if equipped. When the pressure gets low, the fuel and air mixture becomes lean, and this causes a misfire since there's not enough fuel in the cylinder to actually create an explosion with the spark. Fuel pressure misfires usually come with a diagnostic trouble code, DTC, associated with low fuel pressure as well as multiple misfire codes, because fuel distribution problems will affect all cylinders and not just one at a time. Check the fuel pressure when trouble codes point at misfires on all the cylinders. 3. Injectors. It could also be an issue with the injector. A misfire may come from a faulty fuel injector. Be sure that it'll be a real problem if you have a faulty fuel injector on your hands. But why is that? Because it's extra tricky to diagnose without flow tests. Vehicles equipped with high-pressure fuel pumps pressurize fuel in order to create a mist, which makes it easier to ignore these injectors, are prone to get clogged due to its small outlet. You may carefully try to swap injectors from cylinder to cylinder to see if misfires move to the other cylinder. This can be really easy to do or super labor-intensive, depending on the car you're working on. So check all other components before doing this. 4. Air leaks, lean conditions. A leaking intake manifold gasket are a common issue for older cars without steel gaskets. But if your car is relatively new, keep an eye out for signs of leaks around the intake. Are there broken vacuum hoses? Vacuum leaks cause a lean condition, which is too much air compared to the fuel that injectors are supplying. Misfires due to air leaks affect all cylinders, as do fuel distribution issues, so keep an eye on that. If not, it could be 5. Engine mechanical failure. The culprit for the misfire could be some damage to the engine and low compression. Low compression could be caused by engine timing being off, then intake or exhaust valves, head gasket failure, or piston rings failure. Was the timing belt installed recently? If so, then bingo! There's your source of misfiring. Keep in mind that with a 4-stroke engine, the misfiring is either from the wrong air and fuel mixture, improper timing of the ignition spark or bad ignition, improper timing of the inlet or outlet of the air and fuel mixture, or when the air-fuel mixture is leaking out or there's low compression. Thank you. Follow and subscribe for more automotive content.